for my final video of the day, Saturday that is, this is going to be a trio. I'm going to blast through them as quick as I can. All important stuff. First and foremost, pedophiles. Pedogate. Pedogate. U.S. Senator arrested on pedophile charges. High-level arrest made of politician caught with young boy. 16th of March, 2017. U.S. Senator Ralph Shorty is facing multiple pedophilia and child sex trafficking charges after he was arrested in a motel room where he had taken a young boy. That's great news, actually. Arrests these people. And I think he was a state senator. Republican, member of the Oklahoma Senate. He's now been stripped of all of his assignments and privileges by the Senate following news of his arrest. These are the people who are making decisions for you and I. Pedophiles. Pigs. Filth. Evil. Oh, there could be that many people. What was that saying? There's at least 30%, a third. Get ready to hear about a third of these people that you think Congress, Senate, left, right, Dem, Republic, both sides of the aisle, according to the Webbot. Pedophiles on both sides. And he said, don't be shocked, the Webbot. Don't be shocked if you hear some of the Republicans, like maybe even more, get called out and caught. It's a good start. It's a good start. State Senate, still makes decisions for the state of Oklahoma. Do you want this guy making decisions? Looks like he's making decisions with someone's child. Burn these pigs, okay? Burn them. Next. I was just saying twice now in the last 3 days of videos. Miss Marine Le Pen, French. She's going to run. She is running. New poll shows that Fillon or whatever, whoever her, it's got their names there, is taking the lead with her now second place, but she's moved up a couple of points since yesterday. I said again, do not listen to the damn polls. She is the Donald Trump of France. They want out of the EU. They want the immigration problem. Freaking people living on the streets from Northern Africa, those are included immigrants, not just Syria. It looks like filth, cardboard boxes down central Paris. I mean, the people have had enough. They want Marine Le Pen. But the polls say that she's still behind. Euro USD tumbles as Le Pen support jumps, according to Zero Hedge, March 17th, the day I'm doing this video. Given the collapse of European VIX to record lows, one could be forgiven to thinking that there's nothing to worry about. However, a 1-point jump in the first round support for French far-right presidential candidate Marine Le Pen has sparked a notable drop in the Euro USD this morning. European FX investors look anything but comfortable. France, Le Pen rises to new all-time high of 45% versus Fillon in second round poll at 41% against Macron. I told you, we know who's going to win. If she doesn't, it will be stolen from her. The people have had enough. She's going to win. Given a real election, she'll win, hands down. But the polls, man, the poll. Well, guess what? A new poll came out from someone else, and it shows she's winning. Kind of like the other polls that came out that showed Donald Trump massively beating Clinton, and then a phone app came out, same thing, winning. So, screw the polls. Let them do themselves in once and for all. Le Pen, have fun when you become president or a prime minister or president, whatever the hell you are over there, and you fix things. You get them people the hell out of the euro, get your own dollar back, and make sure it's backed by gold. I'm sure you already know that. Anyways, and then finally, it's been a little bit since I had to focus on Venezuela. I always like to go back to the story of them breaking into the zoo, killing the prize black stallion and eating it because they're starving to death over there. This takes socialist paradise to a whole new level. This is what you get when you have a socialist type of system and a dictator on top of it. Venezuela has a bread shortage. No, really. Everything is in short supply over there. But It's about bread. The government has decided bakers, not enough. I read it and I was like, banker. Oh, they're going after the banker? No. There's no N there. Bakers. Bake me a cake. The government has decided bakers are the problem. Freaking rotten, filthy bakers. Venezuelan authorities escort an errant bread maker out of a shop in Caracas. The government is cracking down on bakeries as it struggles with a bread shortage. This is from the Miami Herald. This is not the Onion. This is not funny, fake, anything. This is real. Venezuelan authorities escort an errant bread maker out of a shop in Caracas. The government is cracking down on bakeries as it struggles with the bread shortage. Cracking down on drug use? No. Cracking down on high crime? No. Cracking down on fraud? No. Cracking down on bakers. Cracking down on bakers. I had to read this and make sure that this wasn't fake. You know, I send myself a little clip sometimes. I had to read this one in full first. So I'm going to make sure. I don't want to read this story to my subscribers and be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, this has to be real if I'm going there. That they're going after bread bakers. It's got to be real for old J Snip 4 to really talk about this. Bogota, Colombia, facing a bread shortage that is spawning massive lines and souring the national mood. The Venezuelan government is responding this week by detaining bakers and seizing establishments. In a press release, the National Superintendent for the Defense of Socioeconomic Rights said it had charged 4 people and temporarily seized 2 bakeries as the socialist administration accused bakers of being part of a broad economic war aimed at destabilizing the country. Could you imagine that dumbass Maduro, gets out there and yells about, we're going to go after these people who are making things hard in our country. I'm going to change things. I'm going to go after the bakers. These people are not baking the cakes properly. They're not baking the breads. I asked for sourdough. They make me whole wheat. I'm going to go after them. They're committing an economic war. 2 bakeries, huh? 2 bakeries committing an economic war. No kidding. In a statement, the government said the bakers had been selling underweight bread and were using price-regulated flour to illegally make specialty items like sweet rolls and croissants. Well, it's my establishment. I own the establishment. People are asking for croissants and sweet bread, and I want to give to the. That's how businesses work. You're my customer. Customer feedback, please. You want some croissant sandwiches? I've got about quite a number of people who want those today. Been asking about them. Why haven't I been making them? And you want sweet bread rolls and things? Yeah, okay. You're clearly going to pay for these things, even though no one has money these days. You guys have money, yeah. Well, damn it, I'm going to make it because I need some money. Supply and demand, customer needs. I want to fulfill your needs. But you've been selling underweight bread, and we're using price-regulated flour to illegally make specialty items. Well, they were using price-regulated flour because that's the only flour they can get. Socialist paradise. If we only have one choice, that's all we can get. We're going to have to do with what we got. So we're going to use that to make the people happy. That's what they want. That's what I want to sell them. I need money. And anyone that's got money, you're welcome into my store. Because right now, it's a hard thing to have these days over here in Venezuela. Money. The government said bakeries are only allowed to produce French bread in white loaves or pansanilla with government-imported flour. However, in a tweet on Thursday, price control czar William Contreras said only 90% of baked goods had to be price-controlled products. Little side note from Miami Herald. Read more. Venezuelan government owned 500 businesses now, and many are ailing. That's hard to believe. 2 bakeries were also seized for 90 days for breaking a number of rules, including selling overpriced bread. Again, I have to make a profit to stay open, to feed my family, to keep the doors open. This is what I have to charge. Oh, government says that's too much. It's too much. Can't charge that much. Then I go out of business, and then you don't have any baker. You have nobody. So what does the baker do? I do what I have to do to stay alive. I'm going to raise the price a little bit. And then the government cracks down. What are you raising the price for? so that I could live. So that we could live. Because if I don't, this place goes under. You're going to take it over? Go ahead and take it over. See how that works out for you. CJ Snip 4 side note. Venezuelan government owns 500 businesses now, many ailing, even after the government takeover. Juan Crespo, the president of the Industrial Flour Union, well, no kidding, there's a union for everything, isn't there? Called Sintra Harina, which represents 9,000 bakeries nationwide, said the government's heavy hand isn't going to solve the problem. The government isn't importing enough wheat, he said. If you don't have wheat, you don't have flour. And if you don't have flour, you don't have bread. He said the country needs 4 30-ton boats of wheat every month to cover basic demand. The notion that bread could become an issue in Venezuela is one more indictment of an economic system gone bust. The country boasts the world's largest oil reserves, but it has to import just about everything else. Facing a cash crunch, the government has dramatically cut back imports, sparking shortages, massive lines, and fueling triple-digit inflation. And they have the little picture thing here. Looting and chaos continue in Venezuela. Venezuela has been racked by an economic crisis with soaring inflation and shortages of commercial goods. Most economists blame the woes on price controls, falling prices for oil exports, heavy government spending, and production-crippling policies that gave Venezuelans lots of money but little purchasing power. Associated Press. Looting and chaos continues in Venezuela. Well, who would ever think that? During the complete collapse of your country, that there would be looting and chaos continuing on, unabated, essentially. It's absurd, isn't it? Earlier this week, President Nicolas Maduro launched Plan 700. Now, I'm going to stop. Mr. Maduro, I hope to God, Plan 700 does not have anything to do with the 700 Club. Because if it does, you're going to be in trouble. I can tell you that now. I remember seeing the commercial. I was down on my luck, and I wasn't giving to the church. I wasn't doing my tithing, and I started to tithe again, and I gave $20 a month, and I own my own business, and business started picking up a little bit, and things got a little bit better for me, so I decided it got better for me. I'll give a little bit better back. So I started giving out $40, and my business started picking up again, and I can do $60 now a month, and it started picking up again. I'm up to $80 now. My business is great. It's doing fantastic. I saw that commercial. I said, you son of a bitch. Religion. I hate them all. Using this fake actor. Oh, I'm down on my luck too, and I can't really afford $20. I'm struggling. But if I give, I'll get back. That's what this guy is showing me, and he's on a channel for religion, my religion, Christianity. So I should do it. Do so at your own peril, you sheep. Okay? So, President Nicolas Maduro, I'm pretty certain Plan 700 isn't the 700 Club. I threw that in as a bonus. Okay? Earlier this week, President Nicolas Maduro launched Plan 700 against what he called a bread war. See, over here, I'm talking about currency wars, trade wars, devaluation. Venezuela, we're just only concerned with bread wars. Sounds like a TV show. You know, like this one they come on, who can make the best cupcake and all that. Could you imagine being in Venezuela right now, and you turn on TV and one of these, cupcake wars, and one of these shows is on in America where they make these giant, enormous cakes, and we messed that one up, trash the whole thing. Oh, yeah, mommy, oh, no, God, please. The poor people are starving to death over there, and we're over here eating like pigs and kings, or both, because usually most kings were pigs anyway, so you mix those together. We were throwing stuff away. All this extra food, all you can eat buffet. I don't like that. It wasn't as hot as I liked it. Waiter, take this from me. Psst, psst, take this. Get this out of my space. People are dying over there in Venezuela. What he called against a bread war, ordering officials to do spot checks of bakeries nationwide. In the plan, the government said it would not allow people to stand in line for bread, but it's unclear how it might enforce the order. The government is doing everything in its power to end the bread lines, Crespo said, but they're looking at the whole thing backwards. Crespo said he's been in touch with several union members in Caracas, and most said they'd pass the inspection by simply opening their pantries. The bakeries are showing the authorities that they have no bread inventory, he said. The government has to see the reality. So yeah. Oh, you don't have anything to worry about. You guys following the rules? Yeah, come on. Ándale. Come in. Like little Speedy Gonzales. Iba, ándale, come on in. I want to show you my pantries. You want to inspect? Yes, come inspect. Where is everything? There's nothing here to inspect. What do you... That's the point. There's nothing in here. We have nothing. The bread's gone. We can't possibly violate your rules. There's nothing in my shop. It's been cleaned out. Oh, okay. Anyways. This is not the kind of stuff happening in a world in recovery mode. Everybody lives a great lifestyle. Like Lindsay told us a long time ago when old Ken Fromm was around. And that's the only guy I cared what said because he got it all right. Like he said, in America, it will be coming to you, and you will be taken down from first world status. All these little gadgets, the lifestyle, all the stuff you enjoy these days, it's going to go away because of what's coming. And then once we get past this little, well, it's not going to be little, but when we get past this economic problem, some of that stuff will come back. You will get some of it back, but you'll never get back like you have it now. You'll never go back to like it is now. That's what he said. And I think he's probably right. Now, granted, Trump's in there, and that was a little monkey wrench for the elite. Who knows how that can turn out, but why not smoke some hopium and hope, right? Let's smoke a little hopium. Oh, I'm feeling more Hopi already. Not to be confused with the Hopi Indian tribe. But I'm feeling more Hopi already. Donald Trump's going to fix everything. $20 trillion debt, no sweat. Increase $56 billion in the military-industrial complex budget, no problem. But he's cutting spending. Yeah, he's cutting the exact opposite he needs to boost the military-industrial complex spending. And breaking news, the U.S. has warned Korea its warnings are over. It's about to get physical. It's gonna get physical in North Korea, physical. And what does that have to do? It costs money. So we have a budget. Well, we need more for the military budget. But what happens when you actually go to war and you start using bombs and planes and fuel and aircraft carrier, all this? We need more money. Got to borrow even more. That was just a normal budget when nothing was really happening, just the same old normal stuff. Now we got to spend a lot more money more rapidly, right? So you can kind of see this. Just can't see how this ends well for any of us. Protect yourself with precious metals. Take care.